A never-ending midnight sun.
Yeah. What is that?
Did I go out at all?
A little. No, I
Okay.
mean you faded out.
My headphone just went off and I was like, ooh, am I doing too much? I was trying to be Zara Larson. Uh,
Zara Larson?
yeah, do you know Zara Larson?
Gotta find out who Zara Larson is.
You would
This
love Zara
sounds
Larson.
familiar though, your
She's
song.
Midnight Sun. It's the midnight sun kissing under the right.
Is it in a movie?
I don't know.
Oh,
Maybe.
okay. Well, I'm gonna look
It's
it up.
yes, you would love it. Zara Larson's great. She sings a lot of songs that are mainstream. I just wanna be part of your symphony.
Oh, I know that
You
one.
hold me tight and I let go. She's iconic.
Okay.
She can dance, she can sing, she's
Ooh,
cute, and
triple threat.
she speaks out against ICE. So period.
Period, Zara Larson. I'm here for it.
We stand Zara. But we don't stand Colton. Hey y'all, welcome to the Shade of It All. I'm Brandon.
I'm Maggie.
And today we are discussing episode 6, yes, of the Traitors.
Mm-hmm.
What did you think of this episode, Maggie?
Hmm. I think it could be best described as, have you ever tried to play um what's the thing called where you have a paddle and there's a string attached and a ball?
Oh, I know what you
What's
mean.
that flappy thing called?
I don't know. It's not paddle ball because I feel like isn't that table tennis or maybe it is
Pa-
paddle ball.
Paddle ball, maybe. I feel like it's like that, right? Like you almost never hit the target. You get close sometimes, but you never actually get the ball to hit on the paddle. And that's how I feel about this episode. Like we were real close and also so far. Like what the fuck?
Yeah, it was very all over the place. The faithfuls are like they're not united at all.
And the traders?
Were
Mm.
once united, but might
But
not
yeah.
be going forward.
Yeah, the way that it was like, oh, who can we tell? Like they don't even trust each other. Like, damn.
Yeah. It's just because also like the faithfuls, they go into the round table, they're like, we're gonna vote this way, and then none of them do.
I was so irritated. I was like, y'all had a plan. You were talking very strategically, and then you like faltered completely. What
Very
the
much
hell?
so. And I'm just gonna say off bat, I don't give a fuck that Colton is right about Lisa.
Yeah.
And I don't because he posted something. He was just like because he has his comments limited on his Instagram. I saw,
Damn. Oh
and
God.
he's getting hate on Twitter and Threads. Like people do not like him. But there's
Wow.
the few that are like, oh well, he's bringing the drama, or like he clocked. Not everyone has clocked 2 traders, and then he like reposted that one, and I was like, everyone clocked Donna,
Yeah.
and Lisa is so obvious. And
You
there's
can't even
other
give
people
yourself credit for that.
faking it. So I'm like, you're not the only one. You're just the one being annoying about it.
So is that why they don't like him? Just because he's kind of being like obnoxious and stuff,
Well,
or is it because of his history of being awful?
it's a combination of like
Okay.
his stalker past and then
Hmm.
also he's just insufferable.
Hey, we gotta
Um,
consider all the variables.
we do. And also he just keeps trying to have like a moment,
Yeah.
but he's just annoying.
He's overbearing. It's like, we heard you, Colton.
We
Maybe
got it.
let other people talk too. And I don't like how he went after Tiffany. That's always gonna rub me the wrong way. I
Mm-mm.
don't know about his past and stuff, but on this show specifically, you're a little annoying. You got a really big ego. You said you were gonna eat humble pie. I didn't see you eat any. You like just like off
You're
the
just eating
rocker.
all the self tanner.
You
It
want to
looks
go after
terrible.
somebody until you see them up there and there. You're like, oh, who else? So it's like you're kind of annoying to deal with.
Yeah. I have thoughts about what should happen with all that, but we'll get to that at the end.
Okay.
All right, let's jump into this episode because the previous one ended, the traders were in the turret. and it was like they weren't sure if they could murder someone because the
Yes.
challenge or the mission was like, oh, if one person took a shield, then everyone's up for murder that doesn't have a shield. But if no one took a shield, no one can be murdered.
Yeah.
So it's that suspense. So I had forgot everyone who was considered. So I kind of wrote down all who walked in.
Hmm.
Um, Mora walks in with bangs, which was a choice.
I don't remember bangs.
She
That
had
bang
bangs and like a
bangs.
wig on or something. I didn't think it looked as bad as people said, but it wasn't great. Um, Kristen and Rob arrive with her. They're happy Micah won't be there as a distraction, but everyone's wondering basically if anyone took a shield or not.
Yeah.
Um, Tara, Candace, Lisa, and Mark arrive. Lisa says her name's been mentioned, so she needs to sprinkle some housewife in today.
Hmm.
Steven, Natalie, Johnny, and Ron appear. Natalie's wearing the worst outfit I think I've ever seen in my life. You liked it?
I did. Damn. The one piece. You didn't like the one piece?
That jumpsuit thing with
You
the
didn't like it?
silver random
And it had
cutout.
like one, yeah, it had one. I was like, oh, okay, body.
Well, yeah, body, but that looks like a Halloween costume. That was bad.
I think the body distracted me from the outfit.
I feel that. Look, I get that. She's beautiful,
She's
but it
so
was
pretty.
atrocious.
Damn, Natalie.
Um, that's funny.
You know what, Brandon? I'm always going to take your opinion on fashion. So,
No,
sorry,
thank you.
Natalie. You eat, but not in that, according to
Chopped.
Brandon, and now
Mm,
according to Maggie.
period. I've officially been swayed.
It doesn't take much.
Ron said he thought he was going home, but he stayed quiet until Michael said something stupid enough to get sent home. And honestly, good plan.
Yeah, you could have stayed quieter, but it's fine.
Johnny wants to unify a cluster of faithfuls because with 8 people, you can control the round table. Although this is true, you have to be on the same page too, and
You have to
make
get
sure
there.
you have to. You, we'll see. And so the last group shows up, and it's Colton, Dorinda, Jam Jam, and Eric. So no one was murdered.
Mm,
Um, yeah, I was a little disappointed. I was like, I hope someone, Colton.
yeah.
Um, but alas, we get back to the turret. It's like a flashback, and Alan arrives and tells them there will be no murder.
Yeah.
It was funny. He like knocks, and Candace was like, "That was loud."
Relax.
Uh, they think Ron will go at the round table, and then they'll murder Colton next. And Lisa's like, "I want to slit his throat." I'm like, "All right."
Yeah.
Solid plan, I think, and I think they should still do that, but we'll get to that.
Yeah.
Um, Alan arrives at the breakfast table and he says there's no cryptic message about today's mission because there will be enough of those around later.
Mm.
So that's his little hint.
Hmm.
Um, Colton's whispering to Dorinda, "How are you feeling about Lisa? Keep your
Hmm.
eyes on her and
Hmm.
everything." I'm like, okay, so he's pushing this. Got it.
Yeah. And
I'm
Lisa's
like,
just, all
please.
right. Dorinda's just like, all right, okay.
I
She
guess I
doesn't seem
will.
sold.
No, her hair looks terrible too, by the way. I don't know if you noticed.
I did
Everyone was
notice.
looking, a lot of people were looking bad today.
They're like, oh, 4 days in. It's a
Yeah.
lot.
Candace wasn't looking bad though.
Mm.
Kristen wasn't. Tara wasn't.
Somebody had
Lisa,
like a similar fit to Candace. Was it Tara?
I
They
think
were
so. They
both
had
kind of wearing,
hats,
and then like a kind of like a,
blazer type thing.
mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. They did. Colton tells us he lost goodwill with the Tiffany swing, but he thinks Lisa is a traitor. She is, but you did. So, too late. Too late.
Too late.
Sorry,
Too
honey.
late. If you know, you know.
Ugh. After breakfast, Dorinda and Steven still think Ron is the biggest target, and Colton's like, "I'm 100% voting Ron today, but like, what if he's a faithful?" It's like, oh, that's a risk with anyone, but you're
Yeah,
right. But we see Ron and Rob play chess, and this was a sweet moment. This was cute.
it was.
They talk about Ron's like, "I think I'm gonna go tonight," and Rob's like, "I think you are too." But Ron says he'd be a good trader because he's good at thinking steps ahead. He says he's a good representation of the South. And they just have like a sweet moment. And Rob's like, thank you. I'm like, I wonder if you thought that if you watched a season of Love Island. I will not accept this revisionist history of that. Although I
Nope.
am liking Rob on this more.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
I remember
I
still.
remember. I will never forget.
Mm,
But yeah, it was sweet. And honestly, I was a little distracted because I was like, how do you play chess on that? Because the piece is like, well, maybe you have to know how to play chess. But
true.
like
I don't
they
know.
change all the characters so the pawns look like little minions. And I was like, everybody got it looks like everything had a face on there. And I was like, how are they doing this?
How is this happening right
I'm not
now?
even I was like, what a wholesome conversation, but the chessboard.
What are they doing? That's funny. But Rob tells us he likes Ron and feels bad he's been alone and he can relate. So it's just a super sweet moment.
Yeah.
And I appreciate that Ron had someone because I like Ron. He
Me
grew on me.
too. They give Ron a lot of shit. Ron's been in the doghouse. So it was nice.
It was good to see this. Johnny holds court and tells Mara, Mark, Tara, and Kristen about the 8 vote thing. They're leaning towards Colton, thank God.
Hmm.
But Johnny thinks them plus Steven, Candace, and Rob is a strong group of faithfuls. Interesting that 2 of them are traitors, but good to know they're insulated like that.
Yes. They're in
um,
there. It's good to know they're included. I was like, this sounds like a great plan, Johnny. Amazing.
love this plan. We should stick to it.
Yeah.
So then, Colton tells Natalie he's thinking of Lisa. They think it could be Lisa because she went against a housewife and she's acting very angelic. And I will say, Colton is just annoying me so much in this moment because he's like, I think he says it later, but he's still trying to like keep this sentiment where he's like, I don't know housewives, but I've heard this about her. Like she's more eccentric or she has more of like a personality. I'm like, shut the fuck up. This is another thing of Colton trying to be like, oh, I may be gay, but I'm not that gay. Like, oh,
Yeah.
I used to play football, now I'm just gay, but I'm a football and I'm aggressive. And like, I know about housewives, but I don't watch it. And isn't Lisa Rinna supposed to be this? Shut up.
Yeah.
Stupid.
Yeah, that's true. Like, if you don't watch, you got a lot of presumptions for somebody who's not involved. Like, you have a lot of opinions about something you have
Hmm.
nothing about. Just because Dorinda was like, she is quiet. That doesn't mean anything. Like, what are you
Yeah.
on about?
Once again, talking about something you don't know anything about. Are
Mm-hmm.
you right about her being a traitor? Yes. But still,
Still.
Candace, Dorinda, and Lisa walk in, and Colton goes, oh, the housewives sticking together. How convenient. I'm glad you don't have sunglasses on today.
He was being so annoying.
Ew.
Like, bro, shut up.
He's like trying to be funny and like iconic and have these moments. And I'm like, it's not coming across good. It's coming across weird.
Yeah. Yeah. And he's like, I'm glad I could see your eyes. It's like, bro,
Right. I'm
being
like,
so
first of all,
obvious.
don't stare at me with those blue ass eyes. Stop.
Stop.
I don't need you fucking taking my soul or some shit. I don't need you trapping me in your fucking irises if I stare too long. Please. And your outfits are sucking still. I hate him.
I didn't
Um,
even notice what he was wearing. That's how bad it was. I saw his banquet outfit. I was like, that's
that
different.
was terrible.
Yeah.
Mm, we'll
Maybe
get to
Alan could
that.
wear that. I don't know about you.
Alan would be amazing in it.
Hmm.
We get to the mission, and on the car ride there, Colton's like, I trust this car. I love how Colton said he was gonna keep it like chill today, and he's telling everyone like who will listen that he thinks it's Lisa.
I'm not gonna vote for her, but since you're here,
Yeah.
let me tell you about Lisa.
Yes, and he's telling Tara, Dorinda, and Rob that if he's not at breakfast, it's Lisa. It says he won't bring it up at the round table, but he will vote for Ron.
And you know what? He's dumb because look, you haven't caught a traitor since Donna. You're probably talking to traitors right now. Like, maybe be a little tactful, not tell everybody. Like, it's gonna get back to her the more you yap.
Yeah.
So, no decorum, no
Nothing at
swag.
all. Like
Hmm.
it already got back to her because you told Rob and he
Yeah,
told Lisa because he's a traitor,
right.
but you keep talking. And I noticed this and I saw some people online say this. Did you notice Rob's accent was like so southern this
I
episode?
was like, did you go home last night?
Yeah.
Did you go home or are they in the confessional? Are they asking you to speak like that? Like, why do you sound so southern all of a sudden?
There's something he says later that I especially hear it, but I'm like, when have you ever? I watched 30 something episodes of You on Love Island, and I
Never
didn't
heard you talk like
like
that.
maybe a hint of a southern accent. You are from Alabama, but like
Mhm.
nothing crazy.
I wouldn't have known unless he's
Yeah.
told us. I'm like, you from Cali? Where you from? You
Now all
know?
of a sudden you're like, oh shucks now. I can't believe this.
There's a snake in my boot.
There's a snake in my boot. I'm gonna play with it. I love snakes. Look at my
Tattoos.
tattoos. My tattoos by the bayou I got. I
I'm
love these woods.
I'm so dead.
Ugh. They approach a cabin in the woods. So it's that kind of challenge. Alan says that inside there's cryptic clues that are going to give them a name of an unfortunate soul that's buried in the graveyard. When the door opens, two people have 30 seconds to stand by the graves of who they think the clue relates to. Each grave is worth $3,000 and there's six clues, so you can win up to 18,000 for the prize pot. But there are two shields that could impact this.
Hmm.
It could impact the prize pot. I don't think they specifically said how. Like maybe
Yeah,
you just wouldn't get that money if you got a
that's what
shield
I thought
instead.
they meant.
Yeah, but they weren't very clear.
Not clear.
But the players they choose to send won't return to the cabin. They all go in the cabin and sit at this table. And they talk about whether to get shields or not. And Jam Jam and Colton seem to be like, I wouldn't fault someone for getting a shield. And Natalie's like, if you get a shield, you'll be banished. It was like, damn.
Natalie has some strong opinions, a very strong personality. I'm surprised nobody's noticed. Like, damn, girl, relax a little bit. Like, geez,
Yeah.
you'll be banished, girl. We have yet to find out who takes a shield unless it's super public. So, like, or unless everybody got one. So, how are you gonna do that? Like, she's just throwing out
Yeah.
threats. Like, relax, Natalie.
Yeah. It's a strong stance to take.
Hmm.
We'll see if it comes back to her or not. So there's a loud noise and a saw comes through the window. And then all of a sudden the table's like a Ouija board and something's moving on it. And it
Hmm.
spells Seloui space CAKLB. So is
At this
Louise black?
At this point, I didn't really remember the rules, and I was like, "That's not a word."
I
And
know.
Johnny's over here like Louise, Lewis. They're like in the table writing, and I was like, "Oh,
I'm
okay,
like, that makes sense. Yeah, I didn't get it either. I
yeah."
was like, huh,
What does that
interesting.
mean?
But the thing is, they at first thought it was going to be Clark. So
Yeah.
Tara and Candace are running out, and then they're like, no, wait, it's black. So they don't know if they heard that or not. And they
Mm-hmm.
didn't. So
Mm-mm.
they stand by Louise Clark, but it was Louise Black. So they got no
Mm-hmm.
money.
Mm-hmm.
Um, then a bloody girl with a blonde wig yells, and I'm like, Carrie.
I thought this was so funny because really only Lisa and Dorinda are super scared. And you just see them pan back and forth to Dorinda and the bloody lady. And they're both
Mhm.
just screaming at each other. And I was like, this is very funny.
It was. And
She's like,
that she didn't even
like,
look that scary, the blonde. I was like, they could have made her a little scarier.
yeah. And she's standing still, Dorinda. Relax. She's not going to move.
Yeah.
Like, what do you think this is?
On town, Dorinda. But there's blood on the wall, and it spells Master of None. But there's letters underlined that spell Jack Stone. So
Mhm.
Jam Jam and Mora go. But Jam Jam wants to go for a shield. And Mora's like, no, we can't. You heard what Natalie said.
Natalie threatened us. You don't remember?
Right. So they stand by Jack Stone. They get the 3K. But Mora's now thinking that Jam Jam might be a traitor.
Mm-hmm.
So the next clue, bugs come out of a box, but the typewriter starts typing the tales of the youngest darkened sister. It's a riddle. I didn't write it down. I
I
did
didn't
get
get
it
the riddle.
right.
Oh, you
Dorothy.
did?
I had to
I
think
saw
about it
it.
though. I
I
was
was like,
like,
there's too many D names, and I don't want to do this.
I know. I was like, but can I get this?
Glad you
They
got it right.
thank you. They said the answer was Dorothy. And they
Mm-hmm.
send Lisa and Mark and they get it. Um, then they kind of speed through these last clues, thank God. But there's a clown with a balloon, and then the doll singing the alphabet but is skipping letters. Dorinda and Johnny go and they get the money. The time on a clock says a clue. Colton and Kristen go, they get the money. The final clue is a calendar. Natalie and Steven get it. So they won 15,000 and no
Mm-hmm.
one took a shield.
Mm-hmm.
On the way home, Ron says he's sure he's gonna go. He says he wishes though he could stay longer because he's starting to enjoy them. Like, oh, this is sweet.
Yeah.
Rob feels bad and doesn't want to banish him. His head says vote for Ron, but his heart thinks there's another way. And he tells Ron, don't be so sure, the game moves quickly. And I'm like, all right, let's
Okay,
see what happens.
foreshadowing.
A little
How did you know
foreshadowing.
that? At this point, how did you know that was might change? I'm just
Right.
maybe it was being nice.
Mm.
Okay, so then back at the castle, Jam Jam, Mora, Tara, and Candace are in the kitchen, and they're like, "It's good nobody got shields today. That was a good idea." Then we see Mark and Johnny talking in the hallway, and Johnny or Mark at first is like, "I think Ron," and Johnny's like, "No, it's Colton, and we need to rally votes for Colton." And he's like, "We got to do it fast." Like Johnny is on a mission. He's like, "We're gonna get Colton." It's like,
Yeah.
"Okay, Johnny, let's fucking go." Rob, Mora, Lisa, Eric, and Steven are talking. And they're like, oh, yeah, Ron, throwing Ron's name out. And Rob is like, I don't think it's Ron. And Candace is here too. And in her confessional, she's like, what the fuck, Rob? What are you doing?
Right. And like,
Why would you say that?
right, why are you putting that out there?
Mm-hmm.
Which I get it, but I'm also like, I don't know.
Because,
Yeah, no,
yeah,
you go.
because at this point, they haven't heard Colton. They haven't heard about Colton at least. At least it
Hmm.
doesn't seem like it. So I was like, if not Ron, then who, Rob? Because Rob says not Ron, but doesn't give another name. Like,
Yeah.
so what do you, how are you helping? Let's get a faithful out, right? That's what we're supposed to do. Traitor,
Hmm.
right?
You would think. And I'm like, so yeah, I'm like, this is a little bold, but at this point, we don't really know what's going to happen. So,
Yeah.
mm,
Then we see Johnny, Mark, Kristen, Mora, and a bunch of people kind of in like the sitting room. And they're rallying votes for Colton. And they're like, we got to figure. Oh, no, they're not sitting down yet. They're in the hallway talking about this. And they're like, we need votes for Colton. Who would vote for Colton? And they're like, Candace. Oh, but Candace is like super high on Ron. So maybe not. And they're like, okay, well, maybe Steven. Let's go find Steven. And like, let's find people who will vote with us. So they're still like trying to figure it out. Um, then they all kind of finally sit down. Rob does too. And they start talking about Colton. And Rob goes, we're doing it again. Like, this is just like, we're just throwing things out there again. Like, you want Colton now?
and in his thing, he says, they're planning a coup. They're trying
Mm-hmm.
to get Colton out tonight. I'm like, who are you?
Literally. He's like, this feels crazy. They're not
Y'all,
sticking to the
what are y'all
plan.
talking about right now? That's insane.
You hear folks can't make up your minds.
I'm like, so y'all are mighty confused in these parts.
What's he on? Where'd you get the accent from? And you're not helping. You know Colton
No.
wants Lisa out. Why the fuck would you like not support it?
Right. So I'm like, is he trying to get Lisa out, or is it just like he's not thinking that far ahead yet?
Right, because it's like I get that maybe you want a cover, but if everybody is leaning towards something, that's the time where you can jump and it not look suspicious. So
Hmm.
jump, my guy, jump,
Right.
jump with
Like,
them.
cause like he is cool with Colton, so it wouldn't have made that much. Like, he gets in a kind of a dilemma, but he didn't. We'll get to it.
Yeah, yes, we'll get to it. Cause then Colton is in the kitchen. He's not hearing this, thank God. And I'm like, all right, maybe they're properly rallying bolts. He's in the kitchen and Lisa's there too, and he asks Lisa to talk.
Hmm.
So she goes with him. They go to the billiards room. He says in his confessional that his plan is to hold a traitor hostage. And I was like, you're gonna keep her in that room all night?
Bold words from a past stalker.
Oh, he goes, I'm going to vote for Ron tonight. She's like, okay. He's like,
Me too.
oh yeah, she says me too. And he goes, I'll protect you in the vote if you protect me in the turret.
I was listening to Rob as a podcast, and Rob was
Uh-huh.
like, I feel like that's against the rules.
It's gotta be, and you think she's just gonna be like, "Oh, Colton, I feel so safe with you now. Thank you so much." It'd be different if this was Rob, right? Like somebody
Yeah.
you have a relationship with. He wouldn't do it, but it's still stupid. But
Hmm.
like, you want the traitor to feel cool with you? Like, you're dumb. You're really
This
dumb.
this was a very, and people were saying they're like, it's bold, but like this is a dumb bold move. Like
Super
bold
dumb.
does not equal smart. One, you can't, he tries to say I can win with you. Well, you can't if you're faithful. Maybe
Right.
if you're thinking she might recruit you,
Yeah.
but that wasn't specific enough. Two,
No.
she's not going to admit to being a traitor. One, she can't.
Right.
That part is against the rules. But two, why would
Yeah.
she?
Why would
She
she?
wants to win and not be caught.
Yeah. Because as you get down to the wire, if you do get to the end, it's easy to get a traitor out near the end. Like when you're
Hmm.
at that final fire pit or whatever, if one person thinks there might be a traitor left, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So you're stupid. This is dumb. And
Hmm.
she looks at him like a little too long, I think. She's like calculate. It's the meme with the girl with all the numbers in the air. She's like, I'm a faithful though. What? What, Colton? I'm a faithful.
I'm
What
a
are you talking
faithful.
about?
I
What are
think
you
you're a
talking
traitor.
about? I'm like, this is
Uh,
that was bad
Lisa.
on both of them. Both of their performances, awful.
Yeah,
Thumbs down.
not great. I at least laughed at
Re-audition.
Lisa. Colton, I laughed at you.
Right. Like this is a stupid plan. And
Yeah.
again, it's like you're still doing the most. You're trying too damn hard. Like this is you're doing a lot, Colton. Relax.
Mm.
So we go to the round table. Um Oh, and well, actually, Colton tells Lisa that the Portia vote is why he thinks it's her.
Hmm.
And she just is like, well, I think it's you. But that's kind of, so she at least hears about the Portia part. I'm pretty sure she already knew though.
Yeah.
So at the round table, nobody's talking. And I was like, Johnny,
Right. I'm like, who's gonna
Johnny,
lead this? Like, aren't we supposed to be leading a coup?
Mark,
A coup to get
Kristen,
Colton out? Aren't we that doing that?
the crazy coup to get Colton out.
Uh,
Nobody's speaking. And I'm like, bro, we have shit to discuss. Come on, tighten up. No.
this is too much.
It starts with Ron inviting people to talk.
Right. I
Oh
can't.
gosh. So Mark finally speaks and he's like, Ron, you've beat out the vote 4 nights in a row. Um, and you also like led us in different directions 4 nights in a row. And he's like, you commit 100% to what you're voting on, and you did that with Portia. Tiffany was led by Colton, but for 4 days that's been the pattern. So maybe if you could like explain yourself more, that'd be helpful. How is this helpful, Mark?
It's not. I was so annoyed when he started this. I was just like, huh? We're still on Ron?
You just mentioned Colton. Pivot.
Pivot.
That was your chance to pivot.
Christ. I can't. I'm like, oh my God.
The fuck,
Please, can
man?
y'all
Come
like
on.
do anything right?
Right. Exactly.
uh,
And Ron is like, and I appreciate maybe like that he got to say this, but I didn't think it was necessary. Let's just get Colton out. But anyway, Ron goes, everybody makes mistakes. None of us have all voted the right person the whole time. I have been consistent, with like who I choose. And then, if I like you, I like you. If I don't, I don't. And Dorinda's like, well, it's not about like liking, we have to contribute to each other into the game. And not doing that is unhelpful. Ron says, I disagree. She's like, okay. I was like, all right. I mean, I think she made a better point. Like, you got to work with us. And he's like, no, I don't. All right, cool.
actually, I don't.
Colton says banishing Ron would give them answers. And Ron is like, well, why do you feel the need to? Because you've been wrong more than me. Period, Pooh.
Hmm. Love that, Ron. Eat him up.
He's like, with Tiffany, Portia, and Michael. Well, Michael, we just didn't like him, but it was still, so we ignore that part. But you were still wrong several times. But that doesn't count, which is not fair to me. And I was like, okay, Ron is speaking up for himself, and it's already the discussion that has been going on about people feeling like he wasn't treated fairly, which I agree with.
Mm-hmm. And it's the nerve of Colton when he says, "You've been wrong more than me." Colton looks surprised, like, "What do you
He's like,
mean?"
I have.
It's like,
Yes!
yes,
You've been wrong a lot. You're wrong about
many
Michael, Tiffany.
times.
Yeah, come
Mm.
on. Colton's like, I don't make mistakes. What are you talking about?
What are you saying or to me right now?
Because you never ate that humble pie. You
Hmm.
didn't finish the humbling process.
You didn't have your fork. You didn't have anything. You didn't need it. Mm.
Kristen chimes in. Maybe the only helpful contribution to this whole thing. She's like, if we hold Ron accountable, then we need to hold Colton accountable. You drop names, you see what sticks, and then you kind of rally votes and get us to agree with you and vote with you. Johnny chimes in. I'm like, let's go. Thank you, Kristen.
Right.
Johnny says, so many times, so many names muddies the castle like Michael did. Colton, you are always throwing out names. It kind of does what Michael was doing, and I feel like a puppet. And Eric is saying that the Tiffany vote felt rushed, like you were set on Tiffany, and then we all had to go on Tiffany right away. Maura says it'd be dangerous if you were a traitor, because everyone listens to you. Great, we're doing so well,
Right.
so well. And Colton goes, well, I'm reckless, I'm bold, we know,
Correct.
but I'm not a traitor. I was like, that's it, that's all you got, that's not enough.
Right.
Mm-hmm. And Rob chimes in. Colton, I believe you. Why? Why? You could have said nothing. You almost, well, I don't ever really see you speak at the round table. You could have been quiet and we could have got Colton
Yeah.
talking about you believe him. Why the fuck would you say
Who
that?
cares?
We don't care what you believe. It was so unhelpful. I was like, what the fuck?
It was because I'm also at this point, it's just Colton or Ron's name being thrown around.
Yes.
So, like, who are you going to vote for then?
Yeah, maybe the conversation happened in a different order, but it doesn't matter because yesterday in the turret, you all agreed you wanted to kill Colton. This is your get out of jail free pass to kill Colton, and you're
Yeah.
not taking it.
Mm-mm. They're not. So, at this point, I'm confused where his head's at.
Literally, Rob's not taking it. I'm like, yeah, whatever. All of them, honestly. Jim chimes in and he was like, we were very sure about Donna, and we think that you threw out Portia to defend Donna because you were like close with Donna. And Ron is like, no, I wasn't. It wasn't me. You know, Candace says that banishing Ron would give them clarity. And Ron is like, okay, well, if I'm going to be a good faithful, and I am a faithful, write me so you know for sure. And I'd like to go around and say goodbye to everyone if you don't mind.
Mm-hmm.
And he goes around and says bye to everybody. And I was like, that's a great way to show you're faithful because you're like, okay, write me down then if it's that deep. But the eulogy and the goodbyes, I was like, wait, we have stuff to do, Ron. Like there's a discussion that should be had. Like it's cute, and everybody is listening to him. He goes around, very nice compliments to everybody,
Yeah.
and they're
Not
all like,
Dorinda.
not Dorinda. They're all like, okay, yeah, yeah. I was like, what did Dorinda do to you that you're so upset? But they're all like some of them smile and react to. I was like, we don't have time for this.
Yeah. It was a lot. But very sweet. And then
It was
people
sweet.
are like picking up. They're like, I don't think he's a traitor. Like, this doesn't
Mm-hmm.
feel right.
It helps clear his name, so I think that was good. But I was just disappointed in the people who wanted Colton out that they weren't like, wait. Well, I mean, I guess he's giving a eulogy. You can't stop him, but
Yeah.
maybe I would have tried. I don't know.
Yeah.
But Natalie is like, I don't think he's a traitor. And Rob's sitting near her. She doesn't think so either. Tara says, I don't think it's Rob. They're whispering to each other. And then Tara finally says out loud, I don't think it's Ron, y'all. Like hold on.
Hmm.
And Natalie and Rob agree. So here's Rob again agreeing.
Right. I'm like, okay, so who's it gonna be? I get it, but I'm also just like, okay, then who are you planning on voting for? But
You
then
he
maybe he
could
knew.
Yeah, because he could have kept quiet and just voted for Colton because everybody else was. Like, I feel like he has an out here. Doesn't
Yeah.
matter. Like, whatever. Draw your line in the sand. Stick with the traitors like you have been.
Mm-hmm.
Natalie says she doesn't want to waste a vote. Colton says, if we want to move off of Ron, I did have a chat with you today, Lisa. Housewives don't go against housewives. You voted for Portia. I think it's you, Lisa. And Natalie's like, yes, I was suspicious. You know, that on the first vote, you voted for. Oh.
Not my light coming off. Colton, the spirit of Colton turned my light off. Oh no, and it fell. Ah.
Oh.
1 second, let me unplug it real quick.
Not the spirit of Colton. Natalie agrees. She's like, as a Survivor player, I wouldn't vote for another Survivor player on the first vote. And Lisa is like, look, I was sick about voting for Portia, but Ron convinced me. And then Candace chimes in and she's like, we're shifting again. You know, he's
Mm-hmm.
saying something like, and it's, you, and he's saying this because his name is not there. Now he's trying to get us to like sway a different way. Like, we're getting distracted. I feel like Lisa could have defended herself more here.
Oh yeah, no, she does a terrible job defending herself. My thing's this, because they're harping on this housewife thing. Y'all don't watch Housewives. Housewives turn on each other all the time.
That too. I didn't even think about that.
Yeah, so I'm like, this is just a stupid argument in my opinion. And it's like Ron did have good
He
evidence.
had great evidence. Portia
So
literally talked like she was a traitor. That's enough to vote for her, you
yeah.
know?
So
Yeah.
I don't know. It was just, but Lisa just, what she should have done, and what I've seen people say is she should have brought up her conversation with Colton
Oh,
in that
yeah.
room where he
Yeah.
propositioned that thing.
He was like, oh, I'll support you if you support me, being weirdo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That would have added to him, I think. So
Yeah.
I think she just might have not been expecting it, but she's not the best at defending herself or like quick on her feet, even on
Mm,
Housewives. So I am a
yeah.
faithful. I'm a faithful. I'm a faithful.
It's like, that's it, sis. You gotta say
Okay.
something to say something else.
Right. You gotta bring evidence or
Ah.
bring solid reasons.
And I think because she's not a faithful, she's so flustered she can't think straight.
Right. Oh.
So Colton says he's throwing this out there because his name is on the line now. And he kind of challenges Lisa, like, tell us why you're not a traitor. And she's like, I'm not gonna break a wine dance or a wine glass or a wine bottle or dance on this table. Like, you're a traitor, I'm not a traitor. And Colton's like, well, it's not Ron. And now it's time to vote.
Mm.
So in her confessional, Lisa cannot believe that her name is out there now, and she just hopes it's not the majority. Rob tells us he is unsure of who to vote for. He's not sure if he should vote for Colton or Lisa. He knows it's not, I mean, he knows it's not Ron. He said out loud it's not Ron, but he's like, he's not sure where he should vote to keep his cover as well.
Hmm.
Um, it goes back and forth. We see a couple votes for a couple people. I'll tell you the final ones. So, Ron, Colton, Eric, Natalie, and Rob end up voting for Lisa.
Mm.
I was very surprised that Rob voted for Lisa.
I was too, mainly because to me, it's a bit early to turn on a traitor.
Yeah, and you don't have to.
Yes, and it's just like I get feeling conflicted because like he feels bad for Ron. They have a good
Mhm.
relationship. Um, Ron said that he was appreciative because Rob probably did it because he knew that Ron needed it for like his mental health or something,
Mhm.
like someone not to turn on him. So I get
Mhm.
that. The Colton, you are working with Colton, so I get it. But I don't know. I think since Ron, I saw someone say this and I kind of agree. Since Ron said you could vote for him at the
Yeah.
time, now Ron is appreciative. So like maybe not. I don't know. I get why kind of, but I'm like, I wasn't so sure. I was kind of shocked Lisa got as many votes as she did in
Me
general.
too.
Because I didn't even
Same.
think the argument was that great.
Right.
So I was just like, I don't think Lisa's gonna go home. So like now, if anything, you're just causing distrust in the turret.
Mhm.
Lisa can turn on you
Yeah.
and you're playing a good game, but if she points it at you and she's revealed to be a traitor, they could know, oh, you're a traitor too. Why would she
Yeah.
say that?
Right. Right.
So I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I think I just don't understand how we strayed so far away from saying we want to kill Colton today. You know?
Mm,
Because this would have been the perfect opportunity. You don't want to vote for Ron? Vote for Colton. You didn't have to vote for Lisa. You had a couple options there. Like, it's just silly.
yeah.
And then Tara, Lisa, Johnny, and Kristen vote for Colton. Candace doesn't vote for Colton. And I'm like, she's not even on the same page. What is
She's
it?
still on Ron. I wish she would have done Colton though, but she's being
I
consistent.
I get that. But again, we Ron just gave a eulogy at the table. He told you could write his name down. Maybe I would have, and in your vote, you get to give your reasons. So maybe you could have just been like, Ron, I've been thinking about you this whole time, but after your behavior tonight, I think the next best thing is Colton. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Something. So Stephen, Maura, Candace, Jam Jam, Dorinda, and Mark vote for Ron. It was very close. Dorinda had 5, Colton had 4, Ron had 6. Lisa almost went home.
She did. Like it was very close, too close.
Way too close.
I was sad about Ron, kind of. I was like, "Oh no, I like Ron," and like people were believing him. He kind of saved himself or thought almost saved himself with everyone, but I was hoping they would just stick to Colton,
Yeah.
but they
None
didn't.
of this went the way planned. I felt like, at least from what we saw, the people who were high on Colton didn't push enough. Kristen, you did a great job. Everyone else sucked. But come like it just nothing went the way it was supposed to. It's like
No.
Ron is literally like, "Well, vote me out since you think it's me." Like
Mm.
and so yeah, Ron goes up to the circle of truth and he says, "This was very hard for me. I don't trust many people and I felt not trusted. And I understand this world is completely fake and that probably makes it hard to trust someone this real. I always spoke my truth no matter what, and that's why inside and outside of this game, I am faithful."
Mm. And they get their answer.
And nobody looks surprised. Nobody looks upset. Y'all fucking knew this man wasn't a traitor. So why we do that?
Mm. It was stupid.
It was stupid. Nice speech though, Ron.
Yeah, we'll miss you,
Good thing,
Ron.
Ron. Yeah.
He's been active on socials and kind of just like he recently came out and said that he found out he was autistic. He
Oh.
was like, y'all online have been saying it, so I looked into it and it turns out I am. So,
Wow.
and then he's kind of saying about his experience. Dorinda apparently said a lot to him that we didn't see, and he mentioned some
Oh.
biases and says he'll speak about them at some
Oh.
point.
Okay.
And I'll say I'm not surprised.
Ooh.
Oh, and then, but he seems to be good because someone said, like, why is Candace still on Ron? And he's like, I get it. I went for her friend. Like, I wouldn't have done it, but she's playing the game. I respect it. And I mean, she got these dummies doing a conga line. I'm like, period.
Yeah, Candace's vote makes more sense than Rob's, in my opinion.
I agree. And there's a lot of people online saying, oh, this was good for his game. And maybe it will be. It
Yeah.
could be because no one's suspecting him yet.
Mm.
I'm not I'm not convinced it's not good for his game, but I do think it didn't right now I'm worried because Lisa could turn on him.
Yeah.
And also, if they really look into it, he seemed very sure Lisa was a traitor when he voted. He was like,
Mm.
I'm here to catch traitors in these parts. And then he flips it and it's Lisa.
Yeah.
I'm like, he looked very confident that it was right. So when the day comes that they
Mm.
find out Lisa's a traitor,
Mm-hmm.
if they remember that,
They
or if
remembered.
Lisa says anything about him,
Yeah. No, he could have shot himself in the foot. It was just unnecessary. But yeah, you're a traitor. 2 people know. 2 against 1. Your odds aren't great. Like, stick with the
yeah.
team as long as you can. But you
Mm.
decided to go AWOL.
You decided to throw coup. and get Lisa out.
Alan comes in and says something helpful to lift our melancholy mood. There will be a banquet in my banquet hall tonight. And so they're all like, I think they're just like, what's this banquet about? Like, no remorse for Ron, no feeling sorry. We're just like, banquet. Colton looks at Lisa while they're still sitting at the table and he says, I'll take us both out just to get you down.
He's crazy.
He's the one, like, when you're playing Monopoly, they throw the board. Like, you suck the fun out of the game.
Yes, and he thinks he's being like, "Oh, I don't have to win. I'll be the star." I'm like,
No.
"No. This like you're not this isn't like it's not good what you're
Mm-mm.
doing. Like it's not delivering the way you think it is."
Yeah, it's not. And Lisa's like, be my guest. You want to see a housewife? It'll come out. Natalie says, oop. I'm like, Natalie, relax, please. Colton's like, finally. And Lisa's like, if that's what you want, I'll do it. If that's what you want, I'll do it for you, Colton.
Not my light going out again. This is crazy. Oh my gosh.
I
When
did
she
think, oh, go ahead.
Oh yeah, no, you go.
I did think she not defended herself, but I think her comeback was decent here.
Yeah. It wasn't I thought she got better as the episode went on,
Mm-hmm.
I will say. So, I was here for it. Um But then it's like after the round table or whatever, they have a
Yeah.
little moment.
Yeah. Because Lisa in her confessional is like, take a knife and Rob took a knife and put it in my back. And Candace is also like, I'm really like, it's so weird. I just saw Rob stab Lisa. Like, I'm not sure about him. Rob is saying, I have no regrets. I don't want to look at Lisa yet, but I have no regrets because I had to, everybody knows that I really like am aligned with Colton. He's like the biggest person in my alliance. I had to save face. Blase, blase.
Mhm.
So we see Dorinda, Candace, Lisa, Maura, and Natalie, and they're all by the bar. And I think somebody asks Lisa how she's doing, and she's like, I need a drink. So she goes and she gets a drink, and Natalie's like, do you understand why it's suspicious about the Portia thing? And she's like, no. Like, I felt my gut told me Portia. Like, why does it matter? And then she's like, you can't label people and say what they should act like and how they should be.
Mhm.
And Candace is like, yes, let's not get Colton. Let's not let Colton shift us. And Colton comes in. And even when Candace defended Lisa, I was like, ooh, girl, relax. I don't
Mm.
know. Now all hell's broken. You can't defend nobody. It's broken now. You broke
Everything's
it.
going on. It's a
He ruined
mess.
it. He ruined it.
He did.
So Colton, she's like, Colton, I just want to say one thing to you. I'm more than a housewife. And Colton's like, oh, I know, I know. And she's like, no, I'm Lisa fucking Renna. Like, I am more than a housewife. You can't put people in boxes. And Colton's like, he like kind of acknowledges what she says. And then after he's like, to all the traitors who can hear me right now, kill me tonight because I will get a shield to save this game as long as I get to get you out. And I was like, oh my God, she's worse. It just gets worse and worse. Like, you're so annoying.
Another dumb, bold move. Because here's the thing with me. Even if they don't kill you, if I'm a faithful and you're going out of your way to take the shields and all that, and you're not considering others, I'm voting you out.
That
You're
too.
taking all the shields.
Among all the things, it's like, bro, you're doing this. You're throwing names out. We don't really trust your judgment. You weren't ever right. See, you can't take credit for Donna because nobody gives it to you. Nobody was like, Colton was right once. Like, they don't even think that.
Yeah,
Only
because
you
they
do.
all thought Donna. It wasn't just you. Like they all
Yeah.
thought Donna.
What are you playing at, my guy? What are you playing at?
It's just too much. I did love Lisa, and I'm not even the biggest Lisa Rinna fan. Like she
Hmm.
really annoyed me towards the end of her Housewives tenor, but I'm liking her on this. And when she said I was Lisa fucking Rinna before Housewives and I'll be Lisa fucking Rinna after, period. Because here's the thing about Lisa fucking Rinna, she hasn't been a housewife for a few years, and she said that in a recent video. She started kind of recapping some episodes. It's actually kind of funny. She's like, the thing about Portia, they tell me I should have known she was stupid, but I didn't, and Ron had good advice. And I'm
Yeah,
like,
that
Fair.
I would have voted for Portia. I feel
Yeah.
like because I from the episode I was fully convinced it was Portia too. So I don't blame
Yeah, and
them.
that's what she said. She's like, I didn't know who the secret traitor was. So like
Yeah.
it could have been.
Yeah.
Um and it's too she said too, Candace is playing a great game
Hmm.
and she thinks Rob, people just can't look at him long enough because they get like entranced. So that's why he's getting away with things.
Yeah, I feel like he is a quiet pilot, Pete. Like he's somebody people trust. He does well in
Hmm.
the missions, so they don't really like think much of it.
He's not
Even when
annoying about it.
No, even at the chessboard when Rob was like, everybody thinks I'm just a dumb guy from Alabama. I was like, you just told us your cover story. Like, why would you say that out loud? I thought that was weird, but Ron was like, it's okay, you're playing chess with me, so I'm not gonna think too much into it.
Right.
But I thought that was weird to say. I'm just a
Hmm.
stupid guy from Alabama, are you? Even because I think in that moment, Ron was like, no, you're not stupid.
Yeah. The thing is, his slip is starting to show, but I don't know if these faithfuls are smart enough to catch it.
No, they trust him a lot. He's got their
Hmm.
trust.
There was a
Uh,
funny thing someone posted. This is who Colton thinks he's slick up against. Good luck, buddy. And it's a quote of Lisa's when she's on Housewives, and she's asking Dorit, "Were people doing coke in your bathroom?" And then Lisa responded, "Let's talk about you being a stalker."
Period. Oh, she's big mad.
I wonder if they're gonna go there at the reunion. Probably not. He did an article with like some magazine, and one of the stipulations was you couldn't ask him about his ex.
Of
And he
course.
is gonna be on Watch What Happens Live next Tuesday.
I bet Andy won't
So
be
we'll
able to
see.
ask him either.
Yeah.
Uh, and
Um,
in 2026, they do follow those rules. When you tell people
I
not to
know.
ask about stuff, you gotta listen.
Hmm.
Uh, well, there's no relaxing as the banquet comes because we find out last night in the turret, Alan told them that they have to commit a murder in plain. He told them about the banquet, and he told them that they have to commit a murder in plain sight at the banquet.
Hmm.
There is an amulet. One of them has to wear it, and the first person to touch the amulet will be cursed. So they have to decide who will wear it and how they're going to do it. And Rob's like, I don't think that. They're like, Lisa's like, I don't think this is for you, Rob. And he's like, no, what do you think? And she's like, I could pull it off. I'll rock the amulet.
Mm.
So Candace in her confessional is like, now everything is ruined because we still have to do this fucking murder in plain sight. There's tension in the air. Like, it's weird now. So Rob's in the kitchen. Candace enters. So does Lisa. And Rob is like, I'm sorry. Like Lisa, like it points at him, and he's just like, I'm sorry. Like I like everybody knows I'm aligned with Colton. And he gives all his reasons or whatever, and he's like, the game doesn't end tomorrow. There's longevity. There's time. And both Lisa and Candace are just looking at him like, boy, nothing you're saying is helping. I don't give a fuck about longevity.
Hmm.
And Candace in her confessional again is like, does it work to take out Colton now? Or he's gonna like this doesn't it's not gonna happen. He's gonna stay super far away from Lisa. There's no way he's touching the amulet. So who do we go for now? And then Rob tells Lisa, like, don't go for somebody like who voted for you today. And Candace is like, yeah, just decide. And so like all of it's ruined.
Hmm. Candace throws a cookie at him, which is
Yeah.
kind of funny.
And people leave to go get ready. And I actually really liked Lisa's outfit, her jacket with the cargo pants and stuff. And she's
Oh
walking
yeah.
up the stairs and she's like, housewife up the stairs. Because I'm a housewife and I'm so dangerous.
Ugh, that was funny. Her outfit for the banquet was a lot.
It was, and the amulet didn't match. I
No,
was
it
like,
looks like suspicious.
super suspicious. I was like, this is a disaster.
I heard someone said this. Some either podcast, it might have been on the Traitors official podcast with Bob the Drag Queen and Boston Rob, or someone said it online. I don't know, but it was a good point. The thing should be a little more neutral, whatever it is you have to wear, because
Yeah,
automatically Rob wouldn't wear that. Now it's
right.
standing out with Lisa's.
Yeah, I was like, Rob gets to kind of get off easy because it's so obnoxious. It'd be different if it was like a ring or something, but like an amulet, but like
The
it didn't
straight
match her
white man
fit.
gets off on things easy, doesn't have to work as hard, and just gets to look at people and gets away with everything.
Why are we doing that?
Oh,
Why are
as if this
we
show wasn't
letting
already indicative of society.
that happen? The plot thickens.
Hmm.
So the preview does show the banquet, but I didn't really pay attention to it.
I didn't either. It was kind of quick. Alan's been doing interviews. He says there's carnage. He's making it seem like this banquet is going to be a lot. So I'm excited regardless. What do you think Lisa's best course of action is?
I think she's screwed.
That part.
I think her best course of action would be to explain herself better. Explain
Hmm.
why she voted for Portia, explain, her thought process, not go into super defense and do like even the housewife up the stairs is like, but lean more towards like you can't put people in boxes. Keep saying that part.
Yeah.
Try to stay calm, but like give better reasons. What do you
Hmm.
think?
I think she's cooked because she almost went home. Like the suspicion's on her.
Yeah.
And like I do agree she needs to explain herself better. I think she needs to just start windmilling and like go out swinging. And I think get Colton.
Hmm.
He's the loudest one. He's the most obnoxious. Get him, and you can at least play like someone's either framing you because it would be too obvious
Hmm.
if you got Colton. Um, you could also potentially try to say he said to a room of people they need to murder him tonight, and you weren't the only one in the room.
Hmm.
You could, there's ways around it because I, she would have an opportunity to explain herself because I just feel like even I don't think she should kill anyone who didn't write her name because to me that's
Mm-mm.
allies.
Yeah.
I think there's just like there's suspicion on Colton, but you got more votes than Colton. And
Yep.
one of your own traitors is against you.
Yep.
So get rid of the loudest one and at the very least just say I beat you, bitch.
Yeah.
So like
Even with the amulet thing, I don't think she's gonna play it right because she's probably gonna talk about it.
yeah.
I would just let someone touch it, like whoever it is.
That
Like, 'cause
part
it's all,
too.
oh, a nice outfit. I like your fit too. Like, maybe I'll talk about clothes and see if somebody touches it. But
It would have been smart too. Hmm. She could set Rob up if she really was thinking meta.
hmm.
Have Rob touch it in front of everyone and then have someone else touch it. Now, this could get if people think it's that obvious, like a murder in plain sight, or if it's touching that, it could make them think, oh, maybe it wasn't that since so and so died and not Rob. Or my light doesn't like me today. It's fine. Or they could say, um, well, so and so died. We think Lisa's a traitor. Let's vote Lisa out. But also, why did Rob not die?
Yeah.
And it could set Rob up like, oh, interesting. He touched it. We think it might be this. Why didn't he die? Oh, because he's a traitor.
Yeah. Because it's possible that Alan will say, well, he wouldn't say touch the amulet, but he might hint at something. They didn't get the
Yeah.
first hint. So yeah, that could be a good way.
It could be something to at least bring him down with you.
I wonder if
I
she
saw
would.
Watch What
Yeah.
Happens, Ben from it. He said, because someone said, oh, she should just fall and trip and like have like fall on Colton. And so it's like an accident that it touches, which isn't a bad way, honestly.
Yeah. Or
But
drop it in front of him or something.
yeah, have it fall off and have someone pick it up for you. But then Ben was like, she's gonna do this thing like, feel my heart. My heart is racing. And then you touch the amulet, and I'm like, I could see her doing that,
I could see her doing
unfortunately.
that
But
too.
I think, ooh, have it drop and have someone do it. That could be the best one, I think, actually.
Yeah, unless she has to be wearing it, but
Yeah.
yeah, she volunteered for this. That's on you, sis. You thought
Yeah. In her defense, it was before all this happened, but
I get it, but I don't think she's smooth. She's
no.
being of the three traders. Well, Donna wasn't smooth either. But Lisa, of the three that are there, she is the least smooth. Stop gasping at breakfast. Calm the fuck down. Maybe, like, like she does a little too much. She's a little too theatrical,
Yeah,
So this is why you got caught in the first place.
it is. But regardless, I'm excited to see what happens.
Me too. It's gonna be good. This show keeps us on our toes. I think they want their first season won an award, and it should continue to because they eat. Also, I was gonna tell you earlier, the intro, the like recap of last week's episode was so good.
Oh
Like it
yeah.
was voiceovers paired with clips, but also paired with like scenes of the castle and just people talking. And I was like, this is like a
Oh.
movie. Like they did it so like the way they edit this show and put it together, it
Hmm.
is done so well.
It's a nice
Um,
production.
Very nice. I was like, see, the bar is like in hell, I guess, but y'all eat. So it was just like it's like Natalie's voice and it's the fountain and like a grave
Yeah.
or they'll say previous where they put previously on. Like it just
Hmm.
looks nice.
It is. It's
Gonna
very
be
high
nice.
quality, high production. The show's great. I
Hmm.
just know if Colton, I just don't want Colton to win
Same.
at this
There's no
point.
way. He's already gotten votes at minimum. If regardless of how the banquet goes, they're either gonna vote for Lisa or Colton next. They're
Yeah.
what they usually do is keep voting for the same people until those people are out. So
Yeah. And he has enough stink on him. He'll get out eventually.
yeah.
Hopefully sooner
So
rather than later.
yes.
Um, but with that, I'm super excited for next week's episode. But I think that's it for today's
That's
episode.
all.
Uh, Thank y'all so much for listening.
Thank
Make
you.
sure to rate and review us on Apple Podcasts. Give us five
Hmm.
stars. If you leave a
Bye.
review, we shout those out.
Yes.
Spotify, you can also give us 5 stars and you can comment on the episode. So that's super fun. We like to respond to those. If you want to see our beautiful faces instead of just listening to our beautiful voices, you can subscribe to our YouTube channel at the Shade of It All podcast. And we post fun clips on TikTok at the Shade of It All podcast. We have our Instagram at the Shade of It All pod. And then we have our Patreon at the Shade of It All, where for only $3 a month, you can watch shows live with us. Right now, we're doing Real Housewives of Potomac every Monday around 8:30 p.m. Eastern time.
Hmm.
Potomac, I think, is ending soon, though. So maybe we'll switch to Traders. Maybe we'll switch to Summer House. Who knows? That's coming February 3rd, a lot sooner than I thought.
Yeah.
Early February. But very exciting. So for just $3 a month, you can join us on Patreon. It's a super fun time.
Yeah, we enjoy it.
Very fun, very fun. But with that being said, we'll talk to you all next time. Bye.
Bye.